American Airlines. Fuck American Airlines. And once again, fuck American Airlines. Fuck them. We are Southwest for life in this bitch. American Airlines, lick my fucking taint. Yo, what's cracking, fellas? It's Vega. I disappeared off the face of the earth for a month because, you know, life happens. But today, I have decided to come at you with some painting action. Woo! We're missing one, but that's fine. I'm just gonna like paint and talk. I lived my fucking airport nightmare for the first time in my life. I've been flying for the better part of like 8 years. Since I was 13 and I am 21. Yeah, 8 years. Jesus Christ, I really look like I haven't slept since the fucking dawn of time. But it's fine, I look crazy. That's fine. So, what had happened was, we get to the San Francisco airport and we had already had our flight delayed. And we were like, you know, whatever, one delay is not that bad. And so we continue on. Oh shit, let me unlock it. All right, where was I? That was a pop-in for my roommate. He's been in a rush today. He is auditioning and going to voice lessons, and he had to get his tire fixed. He's my fucking talented, well-rounded king. No, but we get to the airport and we're already delayed once. And one delay turns into 2 delays. 2 delays turns into 3. And then we're like 5 delays and what, like 3 hours later, we finally get on a plane. And me and Cody, my brother, the older one, we look at each other and we're like, there's a good chance that our flight to Indy is gonna be canceled. Because our flight setup was, we were flying from San Francisco to O'Hare, and to O'Hare back to Indianapolis. And this has never happened to us before. Like, we have had the miracle of doing these flights, like, because we've never flown direct. So, yeah, we get on the plane, and we're like, we don't start really thinking about it until towards the end of the flight, and until other people are like, I think my connection's gonna be canceled. And, you know, the captain comes on, and he's like, blah, 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 there's a chance. And then we find out our flight was canceled. And we're like, fuck. And then we get apparently routed to another flight. But the family next to us was also going back to Indy, and they were like, it was a husband, a wife, and their 2 little girls. They were like, no, this one says it's canceled too. So we rushed to the fucking gate, and they're like, yep, it's canceled. And no, we're not panicking yet. And so he calls my brother and he's like, what the fuck do you want me to do? And he's like, well, we'll try to have you rent a car. And so we try that. And really, like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, we could get accommodations and we could just go home tomorrow. And Cody's like, no, I like really want to go home tonight. If we can rent a car and I can just drive us back, that makes way more sense. And so we try the rental car thing. We walk around like fucking chickens with our head cut off around the airport for like the better part of an hour. And Ryan calls and he's like, they're out of cars. So that's not happening. And at this point, I'm like, okay, a hotel. Like, and we can take the bus back tomorrow. So Cody doesn't want to do that either. And at this point, I'm just like ridiculously fucking frustrated. I'm tired. We're carrying around these fucking heavy bags. We're fucking hungry. And I'm just like, what the fuck? We connect to a Lyft driver, and I'm not even gonna talk about the total of this Lyft because I fucking thought it was absurd. So we find a Lyft driver, and he calls and he's like, is the address on this correct? And I was like, yes, sir, the address is correct. And he's like, I don't know if I want to go that far. And like, I'm not upset. I'm like, no, that makes sense. Like, if you don't want to drive that far, I don't blame you. Like, I wouldn't want to do it either. And Cody looks at me shooting daggers into my soul. He's pissed. And I hang up, and I'm like, he doesn't know if he wants to go that far, but he'll call back. Like, it's not a complete no yet. And so it's like, cool. We're walking, trying to find where, like, the fucking Lyft pickup area is, you know? Like, they have a taxi / rideshare type situation. The way, we're, like, walking. We were walking, like, where, like, the bus pickups were. And I get a call, and he's like, so I found out that I can't do it because I haven't been driving for Lyft long enough, and you have to go within, like, a certain radius. And I was like, sick, that's fine. But then he was like, you have to cancel the ride. I can't. And I don't know why this was what made me fucking lose it. Like, I don't know why this was what made me fucking snap. And I feel so bad. I don't yell at strangers. I really don't. Like, it's not something I ever want to do. I have watched my parents do it. I have watched other old people do it. It makes me ridiculously uncomfortable, and, like, it makes me upset because I'm like, don't be fucking mean to people. Like, it's not that hard. But after all of the stress, I just fucking blow up. I erupt like fucking Mount Vesuvius. And I'm like screaming at him, and I'm like, I'm not canceling the ride because it'll charge me. Fuck you, blah, 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 blah. And like, he's trying to like talk me off the ledge, and I just fucking hang up. I am just like so fucking irate. And Jeremy is looking at me like, because like he knows I don't do that. And he's like, holy shit. And so then Cody takes the phone and he's like, no, you can cancel the ride and it won't cost money. We connect to another driver. And we finally get to the like Lyft pickup area. And he gets there. This poor man, he pulls up. We put all of our stuff in his car, and he looks at the address, and he's like so quiet, and he's like, is this the right address? And me and Cody look at each other, and we're like, fuck. And we look at him, and we were like, yes, this is the right address. And he just said, okay, and started driving. And at this point, I'm still fucking pissed off. Like, honestly, I am still fuming, fucking angry, because I'm like, this is not what I wanted my day to look like. This is not like, and oh wait, by this is not like the middle of the day or anything. I should stress that. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. And we were supposed to be getting in at 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. But I think it's Central time in Chicago. So it's 1 a.m. almost in Chicago, which means it is already almost 2 a.m. in Indiana. And this drive is 3.5 hours long. So we're stuck in the car till like fucking 4:30 in the morning with this random great Samaritan. And I'm just like, the energy is like palpable how fucking upset I am. And Jeremy just leans over in the back seat and he puts his head on my head and he doesn't say anything. And I'm just like spent at this point. Like I have nothing left. So I'm in the back seat, like holding back tears. Not tears of like, but like I'm just so pissed off. I'm like, it's gonna be fine. And like, we get home, finally. After stopping at the gas station and getting snacks, and obviously our Uber driver getting gas, we finally get home. And it's like almost 5 a.m. And my mom is awake. So she lets us in, and our dog like freaks the fuck out. He's like freaking out. And he's a dog. Like that's what dogs do. He hasn't seen us in weeks. And he's excited. But I am ready to go to fucking sleep. So I take all my shit off, all my bags, throw them on the couch, and I just walk to bed. And I don't have a bed at my mom's house. Let me stress that. There are 3 bedrooms. My mom's bedroom, my little brother's bedroom, and then Cody's room. So I walk to Jeremy's bed, and I lay there, and he comes in, and I'm like, I'm sleeping here tonight. Like, there's no arguments. And he was like, no, you're sleeping here tonight. And I was like, yes, that's what's happening. And so I'm like face planted in the bed, just like exhausted, like still pissed off. And my mom walks in and she starts fucking talking to me. And I'm like, bitch, if you don't get out of here. Like, if you get the fuck out, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want shit to do with anyone right now. It's not your fault. But stay the fuck away from me. And then Cody comes in with my dog, and my dog starts like licking and like jumping on me and shit, and I'm like, look, I love you, but not right now. Like, please. And Cody's like, look at the dog, let me show you this. And I'm like, if you don't get the fuck out and leave me alone, like, I'm committing a fucking murder today. Like, I'm already pissed off enough at you. And he had already pissed me off the day before too, which like, I had let that go until he pissed me off with this whole airport situation. So I was like, you selfish prick, like, if you don't leave me alone, we're gonna have fucking problems. Like, I don't care to do this. Yeah. So, that is that on that whole situation. If you, for some reason, stuck around for this fucking long, thank you. Here is what I have started painting. It's supposed to be like a sunset, but it really just looks like a blob of paint. Yeah, that's it though. Thank you for sticking around if you did. I'll be back with something else sometime. I move back in with my dad like tomorrow. By the time this comes up, that'll be today. So, laters, baby. I will be back whenever. Peace out.